Well, here I am in the semi-finals. Very excited to be here. If I was filling out a bracket, I probably would have had Nazario, Tony, or Bill to be here. So just going to make the most of the opportunity that I've got going. I am up against a very formidable foe, though, so I've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Just here to have fun at opening night trivia.
Hey, semifinals time. Look, I faced Redshaw to get here. I faced Jake to get here, and in my opinion, I'm facing just as formidable an opponent today in Kelli. We are both 4-0 going in to this point. Whoever wins, obviously, becomes 5-0. If you guys know how math works, I'm very excited to play this game. Kelli, she's always a delight on camera. She's a great trivia player, so let's play, Kelli.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Opening Night Trivia. I almost died there. Singles tournament continues. We are here with the semifinals. Great match today. Really, kind of a stress-free match because we have two of the happiest, nicest, most cordial individuals in trivia playing. Payson Johnson, Kelli Mehan, the 6 versus the 7, going at it to see who gets a spot in the finals. With me on the desk today is the one, the only, Caleb Coho.
It's just Manhattan night here. It's gonna be a fun time. They left the house unlocked. We are raiding the living room. The liquor cabinet is open. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a party up in here with two nice players. So it's gonna be very entertaining.
It's Spence's liquor, so we probably won't be consuming much of it.
This is true. Spence's liquor, which means it's probably weak shit.
All right, we're going to get right into it without any further ado. Introducing first, with a record of 4 wins and no defeats, the number 7 seed in this singles tournament, Kelli Mehan.
Hi.
And her opponent, also with a record of 4 wins and 1 defeat and 1 knockout. It is the number 6 seed in this tournament. What does he have written on his board? Payson Johnson. Spence likes Smirnoff.
Spence doesn't like Smirnoff. That's actually a thing we've talked about.
Oh, good. So they do have taste. Okay, we're good.
They don't like alcohol.
Oh, okay. Then they don't.
That part of the weekend. All right, guys. You know how this works. Round number 1. You get 10 questions, 10 random different movie trivia categories. You get 15 seconds to answer each question. If you get it right, you gain a point. If you get it wrong, you get nothing. If the player gets all 10 questions correctly, they will get a bonus question for an extra point. All of you have had 3 repeats and the use of a challenge in the match. Are there any questions before we get into round number 1?
I'm good.
All right, Coho, go ahead and hit him with our first question.
Absolutely, guys. Your first question is going to come in the category of comedies. Which Oscar nominee plays Santa Claus in 2007's Fred Claus?
This is one of those movies where, like, I've started it maybe about 4 different times, but I've never gotten far in it before, like, just turning it off and going to something else.
I've never seen it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas outside, so maybe I'll give it a chance this year.
It was 75 here today, so it's not looking
You
like
live
that
in
at
Georgia.
all.
It was 22 here.
3, 2, 1. Well, you live in the devil's butt crack. Pens down. We're going to go to Payson.
It was 86 degrees here. Paul Giamatti.
All right, Arizona boy, calm down. And Kelli.
Paul Giamatti.
Both correct. Good start for both players. Again, your next question. Category of famous actors and actresses. In what film does Julia Roberts play the love interest to Dr. Henry Jeckyll? Are you more of a Mr. Jeckyll, or are you more of a Mr. Hyde?
I will say that is one of my favorite literary characters to exist. The duality of man. I'm a Hyde. I'm a Hyde. It's pretty plain to see I'm a Hyde.
You're Holden's your Jeckyll and you're the Hyde.
Yeah, that's kind of true. The duality of Caleb's.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kelli.
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Payson.
I put Mary Riley.
Mary Riley is correct. Payson takes an early lead.
Your third question comes in the category of movie release dates. Which Stanley Kubrick film had a remake released 35 years later?
35 years. That's longer than either of us have been alive.
This is true. It's actually how much time Boatman skirted in prison time.
This is a cool way to ask a movie release date.
Thank you. I didn't write it.
Shout out to Spence.
I would assume that's who wrote it. Good job.
4, 3, 2, 1. They're going to be overjoyed. Pens down. We will start with Payson.
Lolita.
And Kelly.
I misheard. I thought you meant the sequel for it. 2001.
Lolita is correct. Payson getting another point there. We will get to your next question in the category of romance. What is the nickname of Bella's daughter in the Twilight series?
Are you ready to have to watch these for fan?
It says nickname here. Yes.
Nickname, yes. Are you ready to have to study these for fandom? Because I'm not. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Of course not. No.
I love how I finally am able to turn YA dystopia into a strength by the end of the year and round it out, and they throw fucking Twilight in.
No, this is Tim Intuig telling me I should get a girlfriend, so I can have someone to watch this with. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Payson.
Nessie?
And Kelly.
I just put the full name, Renesmee.
Nessie is correct.
You named my daughter after the Loch Ness monster?
Alright guys, the next question is going to come in the category of Oscars. Dustin Hoffman, Jack Nicholson, and Al Pacino all lost the Best Actor Oscar in the same year to whom?
And for that reference, Payson will lose all of his points he has gained so far.
This is a great question. One that Boatman and I have many theories about.
You certainly do. We're going to go with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Kelly.
Not blank. I'll know it as soon as I hear it.
And Payson?
Is his last name Art Carney?
That is correct. Art Carney is correct.
The films are Carney winning for Harry and Tonto, Dustin Hoffman, Lenny, Jack Nicholson, Chinatown, and Al Pacino, The Godfather Part 2.
You named all 7 dwarves. Good for you.
Just giving
Your
context.
next question.
Good job.
The next question is going to come in the category of the 1990s. A spaceship named the Lewis and Clark is sent on a mission to find the titular spaceship in what film? What's your favorite movie with a spaceship?
My favorite. I won't say it, but I will say my favorite spaceship ever is from VeggieTales called the USS Apple Pies. Deep cut reference for Boatman.
Nope. 5, 4.
Are you my neighbor, Scully? Are you my neighbor?
1. I hate you so much. Pens down. We will start with Kelly.
Star Trek Enterprise.
And Payson.
I put Gattaca.
Both incorrect. The answer is Event Horizon.
I almost put that. Okay.
Though Kelly did pick up on my parody of USS Apple Pies. Category of war. This is war, Peacock. What 2 countries conspired to blow up the titular bridge in the bridge on the river Kwai?
2 questions in a row where the word titular has come out.
I will. Actually, I was gonna make a joke. I don't know if I should make that joke. I was gonna say that happened to Janet Jackson once, and it didn't go well. Yeah. But I will say Spence made terrible remarks about Clue on Why I Last Night to Date It, and Spence, you're a jackass.
Clue?
Yeah. I'll tell you about it later. Terrible remarks about Clue.
4,
Don't make sense
3,
at all.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Payson.
I put England and France.
And Kelly.
England and USA.
Kelly is correct. It is the USA and England. Your next question will come in the category of the 2010s. How many factions are there in Divergent? You thought I was mad when I had to study these movies. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I will say, one of my favorite categories to round out this year was YA, because I'd seen all the others. But I hated watching the Divergence this year, but watching the Maze Runners, that was a good time. You're right, the Maze Runners are good.
It took like a year and a half of like bending you backwards to make you watch those films.
This is true. It took a long time to get to the Maze Runners.
Which makes no sense because they're the most consistent series in that category.
This is true.
4,
I just had
3,
no interest.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kelly.
5.
And Payson.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is correct.
All right, guys, your penultimate question round comes in the category of animation.
I heard that.
Name both of the powers Violet has in the Incredibles films.
I literally just got done watching the sequel to this film.
It's not bad. I like Incredibles.
No, I like it a lot. I just think that for 14 years of waiting, this is the best you could do.
I agree. But I thought for what we got, good movie. Very fun. I think it's the movie I saw the most the year it came out. I think I saw it 4 or 5 times, actually.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Payson.
Force field projection and invisibility.
And Kelly.
Force fields and invisibility.
We'll take both answers. That is correct. All right. Last question of the round comes in the category of the 80s, 1980s. In Uncle Buck, for Miles' birthday, Buck makes him a giant version of what breakfast food? This is a great fucking movie.
I have never seen it.
I think you would really enjoy it.
I think there are a lot of films in this sort of subsect of the 80s where it's like, yeah, that would be a Coho movie.
Yeah,
I never delved too deep into the 80s.
This is just a fun movie where you see John Candy just do stupid, crazy, sometimes heartwarming shit.
Second best John Hughes movie, in my opinion.
Whoa, 4, 3.
Considering
2,
I love Breakfast Club
1.
and Ferris Bueller.
Hands down. We will go to Kelly.
Pancake.
And Payson.
Pancakes.
That is correct. We come to the end of round number 1. I have Payson with 8, Kelly trailing with 5.
Absolutely. Anything can happen as we get to round 2, Scully.
All right, that is correct. Round 2 works like this. Both players picked a movie for their deep cuts. There'll be 5 questions in each deep cut movie worth 2 points for the player who did not pick that movie, 1 player for the person who did pick that movie. Payson's movie was, I believe, hold on. Payson was Sky High, whereas Kelly chose Grease 2. Payson, you are in the lead. Do you want to hear questions from your movie first or second?
Let's go with Grease 2 first.
Okay. All players have all 3 repeats and their challenge left. Because Coho has seen the other movie 85,000 times, I have the unfortunate pleasure of giving you your Grease 2 questions.
Yep.
It wasn't that
bad.
bad.
All right, so guys, your first question in Grease 2. What does Johnny want to be when he grows up? This reminds me of a scene in Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, when Jason's like just trashing the camp, and one of the kids says to like his friend, "So what did you want to be when you grew up?"
The best scene in any Friday the 13th
The best scene in any Friday the 13th movie. It is awesome.
Yeah. Other Phantom film where trashing the camp is a phrase.
3, I hate you. 2, 1, pens down. Let's start with Payson.
I couldn't remember, but I know he says he wants to sleep when he graduates.
And Kelly.
A burden to society.
Burden to society is correct. Kelly will get a point there.
That is what I grew up to be.
I actually wrote that down. Wow. Okay.
Hey now. We leave the deep stuff for Spence to reference
You're
when they're
right,
hosting
you're right.
matches.
You're right.
Your second question. Mrs. McGee confronts Nogarelli about motorcycles being driven where? Nogarelli sounds like an extra from Goodfellas who Scorsese left on the cutting room floor.
Sure. Do you know who is an extra in Goodfellas? That is has a biopic about them that won Best Picture.
Jordan Belfort.
Tony the Valanga from Green Book is in Goodfellas and The Godfather.
Why?
It's kind of wild.
Hate
I
it
don't know.
so much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Kelly.
Football field?
And Payson.
I also put football field.
Correct.
Wait, hold on. Both incorrect. What we have here is on the school lawn.
School.
Okay.
School lawn. All right, we'll move on to your third question in Grease 2. Who did Stephanie write her essay about that Michael helps her with?
It's a tight game right now, 8-6. So we call a bong bong skeet skeet shooter.
I'm drinking caffeine so I don't fall asleep in the middle of this round. Don't
I'm
mind me.
drinking water because I can't live without it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Well, you are a thirsty boy, so we will go to Payson.
William Shakespeare?
And Kelly.
Hamlet.
Hamlet is correct.
Can you repeat that question?
Yes. Who did Stephanie write her essay about that Michael helps her with?
I hate to do this, but I want to challenge because I feel like when you say who, you are inferring that it's a real person. Well, I feel like if it was Hamlet, it should have been what character or...
So you are challenging.
I am challenging, yes.
Okay.
All right, so we have an official challenge. We will come back to you after the results of this challenge. Back from the challenge, we deemed that the question was indeed worded was worded well. Sorry. So Payson will lose his challenge. Kelly will keep her points. Payson will not gain any points from that. So we'll move on to your next question in Grease 2. Which instrument does Martin Meisner play? Did I pronounce that right?
I'm sure you did.
EI and I after E words I really have issues with, even though because you know the rule I after E, but like never after C or whatever.
Something like that.
That's total bullshit because there's like 20 words where that is not at all the case.
I just have my troubles with EIEIO.
All right, McDonald.
There you go.
5, 4,
I'll go back to
3,
lapping up that water,
2,
Skelly.
1. Hands down. We'll go to Kelly.
His red hot accordion.
And Payson.
Accordion.
Accordion is correct. Payson gets on the board here in round 2. And your last question in Grease 2. Finish this quote. Yeah, I'm free every day. It's blank. 3 words. Would you say that you are free most days, Coco?
Absolutely not. If you ask me in like February, March, oh yeah, free every day. And now you ask me to do anything, and I have to make sure I have it booked 6 years in advance.
My days will cost me about $5 to $10. Not that much, but still.
That's valid. My day planner looks like
4,
a Jackson Pollock painting.
1. Pens down. We're gonna
Abstract as fuck.
We're gonna go to Payson.
I just put N's in Y.
And Kelly.
It's in the Constitution.
It is in the Constitution. That is correct. So at the end of the Grease 2 part of round 2, I have Kelly up with 9. Payson, although maintaining his lead, with 10.
Yep.
Just a 1-point game as we get to the masterpiece, the greatest film in Disney live action, not named Pirates of the Caribbean, Sky High. Your first question in the category is Sky High. What is significant about when the Commander and Jetstream's first fight against Royal Pain?
Probably starting the last two matches. Yeah. I'm certain the what?
I'm gonna say that again because the document is weirded word. What is significant about the Commander and Jetstream's first fight against Royal Pain? That is, I'm just gonna take out the word.
I feel like the last 3 matches I've hosted or co-hosted in singles have had Sky High as a deep cut.
It should be. I think Sky High should just be a mandatory movie in every movie trivia match.
If you people keep using this, it's gonna be banned.
You people, Scully.
You know who I'm talking to.
I'm right here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Kelly.
It's the first time they teamed up.
And Payson.
It was the first time they fought together.
Both are acceptable answers. That is correct. And a tie game.
Your second question in the category of Sky High. When the science lab has an accident and the lights go out, Mr. Medulla says not to panic unless you are what?
I think all the names in this film are genius.
Phenomenal. This is absolutely robbed of an original screenplay nomination in 2005, and that's not a joke. If Siriana can fucking get in, where's Sky High? If Crash can win,
I mean, that's a whole different can of worms that I don't think we need to open up at the moment. Save that for the Beanbag Boys podcast.
Rest in peace.
4, 3, 2,
I have all 3 episodes still on my computer.
Hands down. We're going to go to Payson.
I didn't have it.
And Kelly.
Unless you're a single cell organism.
That is correct.
Your third question in the category is Sky High. How much time do heroes have to defeat the villains and save the citizen in Save the Citizen? Don't you wish gym class had something stupid fun like this for you to do?
Well,
this
no,
would
we
have been
didn't
so
have this.
sick.
We didn't have this, but we had those little roller, like, square scooters that we got to crash into each other with.
Oh, no. What we would do is we would tie a jump rope through the middle, put someone on it, and whip them around the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit was the bomb.
American sports class just seems so barbaric.
so many broken legs.
I have scars on my shin from crashing into other scooters.
Oh yeah. Dodgeball, fucking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dodgeball was not allowed at my school, though. We're gonna go to Kelly.
3 minutes.
And Payson.
3 minutes.
That is correct.
Your penultimate question, Sky High. Warren's dad stole the lead in which musical from Steve?
I knew that was going to be a question.
And the reason, and going back to Dodgeball, the reason is because I lived in liberal Seattle, so
that's fair.
That's
here in Ho-Dunk, East Grand Forks, Minnesota. We didn't just use dodgeballs; we used lead dodgeballs. If you got hit, that's a concussion.
Oh,
those balls were weighted. Like it was not. They felt like lead, but they were actually like the medicine balls that you throw back.
We had the really big ones.
That was the dodgeball.
We had the really big ones we used for kickball, and like everyone would like sprain their ankles trying to kick the shit out of those balls.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Mat ball, that's a good one. Mat ball was
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Payson.
Oklahoma! !
And Kelly.
Oklahoma.
And your final question in Sky High. Finish the quote. And Mr. Peace, regrettably, I have made blank. Looking for 2 words.
Now, my favorite elementary school game was wall ball with a tennis ball.
Yes, absolutely, wall ball.
It's basically knockouts, but with a tennis ball. Greatest
it
game
was great.
ever.
It's a great time. So many variations of dodgeball that were played in my childhood that I loved. There was the one with the doctor, trench ball. Trench ball was fun.
Do you like recreate the Battle of Antietam or something?
No. What happens is you set up an area where everyone who is hit has to stand, and if you can like lob a ball from one side of the gym to the other in the space,
Hands down, we're gonna go to Kelly.
Boom, boom.
And Payson.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom is correct. So at the end of round, yeah, I have 19 to 14.
Kelly 19, Payson 14. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna move on to round number 3. Round 3 works like this: each competitor is going to get a 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and 5-pointer in filmography. If you're a 2-pointer, you're going to get the year, actor, and genre. If you're a 3-pointer, you'll get the year, director, and plot keywords. And for the 5-pointer, you will get the year and the choice between director, actor, genre, supporting actor, and plot summary. So, are there any questions before we get into round number 3? Okay. You guys have all 3 of your repeats left. Payson does not have his challenge. Kelly does. So, Kelly, because you are in the lead, would you like set 1 or set 2?
Set 1, please.
Okay. Then, Payson, you will be getting your questions in set 2. Koho, why don't you go ahead and give me his questions?
All right, Payson, your first question is in set 2. Your year is 2019. Your actor is Taron Egerton. And your genres are drama, musical, and biography.
Rocket Man.
That is correct for 2 points. Your 3-pointer. Your year is 1989. Your director is Oliver Stone. And your plot keywords are Vietnam War, paralyzed, and political activist.
Born on the 4th of July.
That is correct. And he ties up the game with that one.
That's right. We have a tie game at 19, which means that we go back to Kelly. She has answered her 2 in order to take the lead. So, you're a 2-pointer, Kelly. Your year is 2018. Your actor is John David Washington, and your genres are crime, drama, and biography.
Black Klansman?
That is correct, 2 points. And she retakes the lead with that, sending it back to Payson for his 5-pointer.
All right, Payson, your 5 that you will need to hit. Your year is 1988. What would you like?
I will take... Let's play it safe, actor keywords.
All right. Your year is 1988. Your actor is Julia Roberts. And your plot summary are Connecticut, Left at the Altar, and Babysitter.
Please repeat.
Okay, first repeat.
Your year is 1988. Your actor is Julia Roberts. And your keywords are Connecticut, Left at the Altar, and Babysitter.
Mystic Pizza.
For 5 points.
And with that, Payson gets a 24-21 lead. So here's where we're at. Payson leads by 3. Kelly needs at the very least her 5 to win, but if she hits her 3, she will tie it, setting up the 5 for the potential win. So Kelly, we'll move on to your 3-pointer. This is to tie the game. Your year is 1992. Your director is Michael Mann. And your plot keywords are French and Indian War, Long Rifle, and Woman in Jeopardy.
Hate.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. The answer is Last of the Mohicans. Last of the Mohicans. All right. So here is the situation. Kelli needs to hit her 5-pointer in order to win the game. If she hits it, she is advancing to the finals. If she misses, Payson will be advancing to the finals of this singles tournament. So Kelli, your year is 1989. And would you like director, actor, genre, supporting actor, or plot keywords?
Actor and keywords, please.
All right. Once again, your year is 1989. Your actor is Sally Field. And your plot keywords are American South, Tragedies, and Beauty Salon.
Steel Magnolias.
And your winner, advancing to the Ontel Singles Tournament Finals, Kelli Mehan. The answer was indeed Steel Magnolias. Kelli hitting the walk-off 5 to win 26-24. What a match. We're going to get right into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate loser today, Payson Johnson. Payson, look, you had a great round 1. You had some stumbles there in Grease 2. Only got one of those questions correct. But you rebounded nicely. You got 4 in Sky High. And then round 3, you got the job done. You went 10 for 10, got all your questions correct. It's just that deficit going into round 3 was a little bit too much. Kelli was able to hit her 2 and her 5 to win. How you feeling?
I mean, you said it. I shit the bed in round 2. I wrote down Burden of Society in my notes. I just could not recall it. Hamlet crossed into my mind on that one, but I just thought that it just sounded weird in my head. Kelli played amazingly. She won this round. It's like so many matches in Ontel. It comes down to how well you play in round 2, and Kelli brought it in this match. I'm so happy she won. She completely earned this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you and Kelli, you both played really well. Like I said, you had the edge in round number 1. She was able to get the edge in round 2. We've seen in this tournament that round 2 is kind of what makes or breaks all of these matches. But unfortunately, this does mean your season does come to an end. Going into next year, you're set up pretty nicely. You were the 6th seed coming into this. I would imagine that improves a little bit with your showing here in this tournament. So going into next season, is there anyone else you would like to face on your road to a potential title shot?
I know I said in my last semifinalist match, I know it's usually how it goes, where the 2 semifinalists who lose play each other. I'd love to play either Mark or Robert. Whoever loses, I would love to play them.
All right, sounds good. We'll see if we can get that going for you. So unfortunately, Payson, this means the end of the road for you tonight. But thank you for being here tonight, and we will see you next season. And we're going to get into personal injuries with our winner today, Kelli Mehan. Kelli, look, you had some stumbles there in round 1, but then you turned around really nicely. You got 4 out of 5 in Grease 2, and then the clincher went perfect in Sky High. You didn't miss a question. And then even though you missed your 3, you had that nice cushion to fall back on to where you only needed to hit your 5 to win. So
that's scary though. Only needing to hit the 5. That's not the place you really want to be in.
No big deal.
No. Oh, I definitely thought after round 1, I'm like, it's just not going to go my way today. But I do enjoy a round 2, so I was glad I could bring back the score in that way. And it's unfortunate. My heart definitely breaks for Payson because that was a bit rough. But I knew he was going to hit all 3 of his at the end. So when I missed my 3, I thought, oh no, I'm going to be the one to fall on my face right at the finish line. But they're lucky it went my way today. So.
Absolutely. Again, you had a really nice bounce back after that round 1. So this does mean you are advancing to the tournament finals where you'll be playing either Mark Menchaca or Robert Kastner to see who goes on to play for that title. What are your thoughts on potentially facing one of those 2?
Both scary. And everyone in this whole tournament's been scary the whole time. Like, everyone's here to bring it. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously, what I'm doing is working somehow. And I look forward to being there in the finals. Said no one in their bracket, probably, which is hilarious.
Hey, look, it's tournament time. Bracket busters happen. Fortunate that it's you this time, because again, you've been one of the most fun players to watch in this tournament. You come in with this blooming positivity every single time, and now look where it's gotten you. It's gotten you all the way to the finals. So thank you again for being here. Great performance today. We will see you back for the finals. All right, Coho, any final thoughts on the match?
I thought that was fantastic. I think that was very entertaining. Payson having the lead on round 1, Kelli out on round 2, back and forth, very evenly matched. I think that at the end of the day, it just kind of came down to round 2. Kelli was able to get that win there, and it was a fantastic match all the way around.
Absolutely. Well, this does mark the end of another Untold singles tournament video. Please go back and watch all the rest of the tournament matches if, in fact, you missed any. Like, subscribe, share it all around. Thank you to everyone here from Coho to Kelli to Payson. Thank you all for being here tonight, and take care.
Take care.